Costco here. Okay. They don't have a Costco here.
Hi, Kara. Hello, Eric. Welcome. Rosanna, how are you tonight? Good deal, Rosanna. Man, I'll tell you what, you talk about rain and blow. Didn't have no snow, but man, it rained last night. Oh, Kara, I'm so sorry to hear that. Nope, it's let's see. That says 44 degrees. No snow or ice. But man, we had the rain. Now it's been really nice today. Okay, Kara. Hello, Marie. 56. Well, I don't I don't know. You had to have a long sleeves on today. Hairballs. Hello, Tim's World. We went for a drive today and it was warm enough you had to turn the heater off in the car. I noticed today it was a quarter after 7 with the time change, and it was still kind of light outside. It was just getting dark. I mean, it's kind of dusk, but they started the time change earlier and then until later in the fall before they turn it back. Yeah, it's different. Oh, in a week or two, we'll be right back to schedule. Well, he's doing okay, but he has the time. Rich Life, hello. How are you tonight? Thank you for stopping in. Well, hello, Grizz. I didn't mean to pull you away from Iron Dogs. There's John. Duck Dynasty returns. Okay. All right. Grizz, I'll send you a link if you'd like. And John, I'm working on yours if you'd like to come up. I can't see chat this second, but all righty, there's Grizz. Okay. Grizz, I just emailed it. Okay. It's a rerun. Okay. I'm going back through the chat now. I liked Duck Dynasty. I thought it was pretty funny myself. I'm laughing at what Grizz said. Can you tell that Phil is his twin? Uh, the Anna Nicole channel. Welcome. Let me check out your channel. Awesome. That looks like a spooky channel. Anna Nicole, I just bookmarked your channel. I will check that out later. I'll look at the videos. Hello, Grizz.
Oh, what a day. Kyle won the race. Pissed me off. Put me in a bad mood for the evening.
Now, what happened?
Oh, crying Kyle Busch won the race. He swept the weekend.
Cocky Bush? That's what I call him, is Cocky Bush. Cocky Bush.
Crying Kyle.
So you don't like him?
I can't say
him. No, he likes him. He gets too cocky.
No, I don't mind that he's cocky. Well, he is arrogant. I hate it when somebody taps him, somebody bumps him, races him, he starts crying.
Oh, have you seen that fight brawl during qualifying?
Oh yeah, that was kind of 41. Daniel Suarez, he was trying to be a Tony Stewart, which he's not. Yeah, I wasn't too impressed with either one. Those are two nobodies, and they're trying to make a name for themselves, which is fine. That's what they got to do.
Well, I don't know much about it. I'm kind of green at it. I just started watching it when you told me about it.
Well, I don't know a whole lot about it. I just my opinions.
It's all your fault.
Oh. I got you hooked on it, huh, Kim?
Well, that one was really interesting. Man, they just piled up.
Well, when they start getting in the mile, this was a 1.5-mile track, which is still considered a short track. When they get on the mile tracks, that's when it will start getting interesting. That's when they get you get seeing some real good fender rubbing and stuff.
And how long was this track?
Oh, they've all been resurfaced in the last 10 years, so none of them are all that old. They talk about how old.
No,
I don't know how long.
How long are they?
The track today was 1.5 miles.
Okay. And
the long one,
the 500, how long is it?
2.5 miles.
2.5 miles. Okay. I told you I was green at it.
Yeah. Rosanna's wondering if I'm going to start doing my fire chats here now that it's getting night longer. You know what, Rosanna? I might start doing that here pretty soon. But the temperatures do got to warm up for me. I mean, that's.
Tell Rosanna hi.
By the way, Rosanna, my wife says hi. But yeah, it's got to get a little bit warmer. Going out and cutting firewood, do the stuff outside. I don't want to sit outside with my back to the cold, and I'm getting old. It sucks.
Do an inside chair at the stove.
Yeah, but it's not the same. I mean, it's the atmosphere of sitting around a campfire that people enjoy.
I know.
Well, you need to build a fire in a circle and sit in the center.
Yeah.
We can make a roof with a chimney.
Yeah, I would like to do something like that, but I still need the back reflector to reflect the heat to my back. My back, when it gets cold, it hurts. Yeah. So,
Well, hello, fat boy.
hey, fat boy.
Hey, fat boy.
I got to step outside, so I'll take y'all along with me. Now, while I'm outside, Rosanna and everybody, I can't read chat for a bit while I'm stepping outside. Oh, I hope I don't unplug my internet. Damn it. There we go. No, I was hoping I didn't have to unplug chat, but just a second here. Take both hands to get up.
Grizz, you need to see what fat boy just said to you.
What did you just say?
Hey, Grizz, Bob, I had a middle finger.
Oh, he was saying that I was number one.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a Hawaiian good luck charm.
Gave me the one finger salute.
One finger salute. Yeah.
Oh. Well, let's see here. Maybe I give him the one finger salute here in a second. Get that shirt off.
John's got shorts on.
No, that's the. Come on, girl. Come on out. Well, Roseanne.
Leave her gun. Hello.
My wife did start a fire out here. She was doing some trash burning. Let's see if it's still burning over here. Nah, we got smoke anyway.
She said.
Oh, yeah, I just smoking leaves and stuff. Don't keep my back warm. Standing out here.
Leave Her Guns has got a bunch of videos about guns. They look pretty good.
As long as
Cool.
put it.
Yeah, that's a nice channel there, Leave Her Guns.
I'll have to be checking that on out. I got some tannerite I want to fire off one of these days on target practicing, but I haven't found anybody that will let me set it off at their place, and I don't want to do it around here. Because it makes a big boom. Huh? What's that?
That'd wake everybody up, though, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah. It would definitely wake people up. It makes a big boom. I'm going to do a video on it when I set it off.
Well, that's good.
I'll probably have to go up to Forest Service land, and because they allow it up on there in certain areas on their Forest Service land. So I'll probably do it on Forest Service land, but I got to drive 15 to 20 miles to get to that. But the private timber companies, they don't want it on their land. What I want to do?
Pretty good.
What I want to do with the tannerite, I'm going to take a video of it. I'm going to have a friend of mine. I'm going to ask him, I said, how much do you trust me? And he's going to say, yeah. And I'm going to say, here, put this on your head. So he's going to put the tannerite up on top of his head. And then, of course, I'm going to, cut the video, put it on a stump or something, shoot it where it blasts off, and make it look like it was on his head. And then as soon as you see the blast, I want to go, whoops. And that's going to be the end of the video.
Okay, there is a link to Leave Her Guns channel. Check him out. It'd be worth your while.
Yeah, I'll do that when I get back inside. I can't do it from here.
Well, I know, but I'm saying I'm saying this for anybody.
Oh, yeah.
I always like to blow people's horns.
Yeah. Well, by the way, speaking about blowing people's horns, that's fine and dandy. I was just reading here recently under the YouTube guidelines. They're doing some changes, Kim.
You can't do it.
They're starting to shut down channels that are knowingly doing the sub for sub stuff.
Oh, I'm not doing that. I just said look at these channels.
Yeah, I mean, even channels that even kind of support it. If it happens a lot on your channel, and even if you're not doing it, if a lot of people are coming to your channel and just subbing each other, you know, I mean, they're cracking down on even that. Pardon?
Self-promoting.
Yeah, well, not yeah, self promoting is fine. I mean, that's what that you got to promote yourself one way or the other, and there's no problem with going to somebody else's channel and telling somebody that when you watch their video, you like their content, and you have something similar to it. Then you don't say, hey, it's not okay to promote. Say, hey, subscribe me back. That's not okay. If you go to somebody's channel and say, hey, I like your content and I subscribe to you, please subscribe me back, that is a violation. What is okay is if you go to somebody and you say, hey, I like your channel, I subscribe to you, I got a video on this and I think you might like it. Hey, well, check it out if you want. You're not asking for a subscription or anything, and it's up to them. Now, usually, if you post your link to another video of one of your videos, it's up there in their discussion because it's automatically going to go to the spam folder, and then they can decide if that's spam, they don't want it on their channel or not. But to that part is okay, but it's not okay for you to go over there and just say, hey, I subscribe to you, don't subscribe me back. That part is not okay. And that will flag your channel. And if they accept too many, you know, that channel, if they accept too many of those, that will flag their channel too. You know, so it's they're really cracking down big time on that stuff. A number of channels have already been shut down over this.
Oh man.
What I'm reading is purchasing subscribers from third-party websites. So for some exchanges and services from third-party websites that subscribe
Right.
to channels when they subscribe to you back. So that's what they're cracking down on.
Yeah, they're really cracking down on that too. Third party websites. And well, that got pretty popular underneath the when they switched over to the 1,000 subscribers. That got pretty popular. Matter of fact, I did some of that. Joanna started one of those, not a website, it was for her followers to check out each other and saying, hey, you know what, I'm on that list. I need to get more subscribers. But she hasn't promoted or anything, and I think she's taken it down a long time ago since then. But yeah, that type of stuff they're cracking down on.
Hello, Nightbot. And hello, Perry.
Oh, I got some more trees to take out and back here.
What is going on with stuff in YouTube?
What are they doing now to you, John?
My watch hours is going up and down like crazy.
Huh.
Well,
Right now I'm at 3,800 watch hours even.
like I told you, it depends on what you did a year ago.
Yeah, if you got your the stats to if you stayed it to 1 year ago, you know, 366 days ago drops off.
Right.
If you go to 28 days, well, anything past beyond 28 days is dropping off as they add new days.
This data is underreported for some days, December 19th.
Oh yeah, I got that. There was in mid-December there was a couple of times that they've had where there's a day where it wasn't recorded. And they've been working on fixing that, getting their people their hours back for that time. There was a period of mid-December, like 2 or 3 days, I think it was, that the watch time wasn't being credited. I think it was being credited to your account, but it was not showing up on our in studio beta.
Yeah,
Hey, boy, I'm sorry I didn't see it. Hey, I
What?
tried to hit your channels, but
I still haven't watched your last 2 videos yet, Kim. You released 2 recently. I got to get to watching those.
well, Fat Boy said he did it live for 5 hours. John came, but not Grizz and Kim.
Yeah, I saw him up there, but I seen Kim on there, so I jumped on that one first. I was going to drop into Fat Boys after he was done, but then you jumped on. I said, "Well, I'm going to Kim. Sorry, Fat Boy. Kim won out."
Oh my. So when did you do this live stream, Fat Boy? And I apologize. Sometimes I'm sitting in there in the other room watching TV. And then I pull that sleep lever on that recliner and it's lights out.
Yeah, and I never know when somebody goes live unless I'm sitting at the computer.
Hey, well, I apologize. I missed it. But I'll tell you what I can do. I can go back and run it for you. Is it still up? I know that's not the same after the horse got out of the barn.
Y'all want to know what happened to me in the last couple of days?
What happened?
I started stuttering and losing stability in my legs.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So I had to went to the ER. I spent 3.5 hours in the hospital getting checked out. My results came out fine. Then the next day, I went to work, and I worked at 7:30. Both days I worked from 7:30 to 12:30. And Saturday came along right just for like an hour and a half after we opened, and started losing stability because the phone rang. I went to answer the phone, and my manager came, and that's when it happened again.
Low blood sugar.
My blood sugar is fine. It was 115.
I'm surprised it's even that high. So your legs just give out?
Yeah, they started lose stability, and the stuttering was the new thing. So I decided not gonna do no live streams till I get someone from a neurologist. So they took me off the work schedule till I get someone from a neurologist.
Standing up like that would be hard to do then. Okay, so Fat Boy, I just looked. It must have been taken down because I didn't see no 5-hour live stream.
You probably play copyrighted music.
I've seen that.
Well, if he's not monetized, I don't see where they do anything about copyrighted music. If you're playing music that's already on YouTube, it's only if you monetize it that they have a problem with it. I got to
Okay,
get
so
out mine.
did you change your time too, Grizz?
No, I didn't change it. They did it for me. Kind of pisses me off.
Well, it's 7 o'clock there, and it's still light.
Yep. Yeah, it's still live for another, I want to say for another 45 minutes anyway.
And it's 10 o'clock for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do need to get into Fat Boys live streams one of these times. Chat with them. What? My picture just went out.
For guns, it's 9 o'clock here for me also. And it is dark 30.
Oh, dark 30, huh? Okay, let's see here. Am I missing out on chat?
A little bit. There's
Nightbot.
there's a few.
Nightbot, I'm in Oregon. I'm in Oregon, out on the West Coast.
West Coast is the West Coast.
We'll do Roseanne. I'll tell her. She's outside right now. Well, Fat Boy says they blocked it, can't be played.
Yeah, and there's certain types of music they can block.
Well, I think what ends up happening is that YouTube allows the music to be on that, but those channels that are playing it, they're already blocked in certain countries where they don't allow that music to be played. And then you put that channel on your channel, and then it's blocked. Then it's going to block other countries. So they block until they can decide which countries they got to block it from. It's not that you can't put it on there from the way I understand it.
Oh,
Yeah, Grizz, I watched I don't know, about the last 30 minutes of the race. I just happened to be surfing through the channels. Then I watched 60 Minutes, and then I watched God Friended Me. That's a pretty cute little show.
Oh, Rosanna, thank you. That's why I'm having problems here. No, I'm using the same camera. Just a second here. I got to, where do I do this at? When I set on up, I usually set my streaming at a lower rate.
like 4080 or something.
I think it's too late. I don't think I can change it down now. Oh, well. No, I'm still using the same camera, Rosanna. It's just when I start the stream on here, I usually slow down my bit rate so I don't take as much bandwidth. That way my slow internet still keeps up. I understand, Tim. I totally can relate to that. Take care, Fat Boy, and I'll try to make your next one.
Hey, Fat Boy.
Now be nice, John.
Not done with just tell the Fat Boy he's number one.
He's number one. But I'll do it this way, Fat Boy. You are number one.
Number one.
After Grid.
You're number one, Fat Boy. Can you tell which one I have up?
Yeah, I got that one up.
He said LOL peace with a one finger salute.
One finger salute.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, I'm so broke right now I had to fart to make a cent.
Oh my heavens. I never heard that one. Oh, wow.
There's a guy I dropped a comment to on his channel. And I made some kind of, I won't get into the comment what we're talking about, but anyway, he dropped that one on me. And I told him I was going to use that line. I liked it. So that's not it's not my original.
I had never heard that. I've always said I'm not broke, but I'm badly bent.
Let's see here if I can find out who it was. I got to give credit to where I heard it from. Oh, the channel name was The Mess Hall.
The Mess Hall. Okay.
The Mess Hall. Yeah, I went to his channel and I left a comment to him on one of his videos. Yeah, that was the reply that he gave back.
It always seems like I've got more a month than money.
Yep.
I'm pretty good at coming out of the gates at the second Wednesday of the month. But until the second Wednesday in the next month, that kind of.
I spent more than I wanted to today. I'm already spent my money for the month. I went down and I had to get a new chainsaw sharpener, and so I went down to Harbor Freight, and of course while I was there I needed to get a new grinder, so spent that. By the time I went, then I wanted to get some cables for pulling the logs out of the woods for firewood. By the time I walked out of Harbor Freight, they had $100 of mine. You recognize this, Kim?
Yes, I do.
Oh, have you
That's
noticed
the cinnamon.
Yeah, this is the cinnamon here.
Have you checked out my channel yet?
Check out your channel.
Okay, let me rephrase that. My video where I made the cinnamon whiskey.
No, I haven't yet. I haven't had time.
Oh, what have you been doing?
I have until the end of this month to get my next year's firewood put up. That's what I've been doing.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the last couple of months, I haven't spent near the time on YouTube that I usually spend on here.
Rosanna, mine's the second Wednesday of every month. It depends on your last name. Mine's F, so that.
I got that one.
I get paid on the 4th of every month.
The 4th or the 4th Wednesday?
No, the 4th.
Okay.
Yeah, here, I don't know what the deal is, but here, whatever your last number of your Social Security is, that's the date that they pay you on. I've got the dog at the door out here. So I might as well, while I'm up, I might as well step out and smoke another one. But yeah, they pay me on the 4th of every month.
Hello, Jay Scotland.
JG Whitford 866.
Man,
Yeah.
I got to take my no smoking deal to the next level here real soon. My smoking seems to be increasing a little bit. I got to do something about it. Yeah, I got to do something to get about it. Make another step or something on it.
Don't you have a building? Don't you have a building down at the end of your driveway?
There is down at the bottom of the driveway off to the side. Yeah, there's a little. It's like a 12 by 16 storage shed down there.
We'll put your cigarettes down there, and then when you want one, walk down there and get one.
That would work.
Well, Rosanna, I don't know. Me and my sister, we get ours on the second Wednesday. So maybe it's just a West thing, I guess. That don't make sense, but whatever. But I tell you what, it's just like clockwork. It's right there. The second Wednesday, it's boom. It's right there.
You know what? Maybe the last number tells the day, and the next to last number tells which week of that day it would be paid in. Maybe that's how it works. You know, I'm not sure. But yeah, I get mine on the 4th every month.
Well, that's good. So you get yours all different days. Okay, I will be back in just a little bit.
Well, John, it's up to you to read text for us now.
I heard.
So they're not saying it could be anything about your diet with your legs or something, or?
No, they couldn't figure out what the hell, they couldn't find out what was wrong, what's causing my stuttering.
Huh.
So what's today? Sunday, tomorrow's Monday. So they're gonna try to get me in tomorrow and see what they're gonna do. I think they're gonna say I need to. They're stat perfect. They said I think they're gonna say they want to do a EEG or MRI or a CAT scan. I can tell you that right now. Last time I had an MRI and a CAT scan done was 6 years ago, when they found PCP. When they found PCP in my system.
Well, you think they're cheaper now?
Huh?
I said, you think they're cheaper now? I hope they figure out the problem. I'm only kidding, John, but man, I'll tell you what.
Oh, I can tell you the whole story about the PCP thing. No,
I was talking about the CAT scan, the medical part of it.
They charged like $2,500 on my insurance when I had my MRI done. But if I went in and paid for it, scheduled in an MRI, they only charge. I could go to an MRI place and I can have it done for $800. But they charge insurance $2,500.
when I had my seizure, I spent 3 whole days in the hospital
Wow.
because they had to keep an eye on me.
Now, when you have seizures, do you have the grand mals, or do you just have mild ones, or
My neurologist, he calls it tremors because by the time I
tremors?
get to the hospital, by the time they diagnose me, there's nothing there. Last time I had
Mhm.
the when I did this move, there was a spike in the results, so they got that one.
Well, back in 2010, when I had my hip replaced, they did an MRI, and they took me in their feet first. And when I started closing up, I told them, I said, stop. And she said, what's the matter? I said, back her up. Well, Mr. Fyffe, you got to go in there further. I said, no, wait a minute. I don't got to do anything. Back her up. So I got my head out, I said, okay, now do it right there. No, you got to go in there further.
Claustrophobia?
Oh, heck yes. Yeah, I'm claustrophobic. So me and Pam wasn't married at the time. She said, well, what if I go get your girlfriend and have her stand here with you? I said, we try it. So they run me in there and they back me out. And they said, go ahead and get up, and we're going to change the screen or the plate or whatever, and we're going to check your back. I got up and I proceeded to the door. Mr. Fyffe, where are you going? I said, I'm going to the house. Oh no, we got to, no, you don't. You don't understand. I'm done. I walked out that door, went and put my clothes on, and I told Pam, I said, get in the car. I'm going to the house. I no more than got home, and they called me and said, well, you're scheduled for 2 MRIs in Evansville, which is an hour away. I said, now I told you that I had enough of that. Well, we're going to give you IV Valium. I thought, well, now this might be a good deal. I said, I'll try it. I'll give it a shot.
Now, when my daughter had her MRI, she was about a year old. No, 6 months old. And she was having an MRI because of her heart and her legs and her spine and different stuff. And when they gave her the MRI, for the kids, they knock them on out, because they have to hold still, and a baby's not going to know, what's going on and why they have to hold still or anything. So they tried to knock her on out, and this was at UC Davis. And when they schedule them on in, it's a tight schedule. So everything has to go like clockwork. It ended up taking like 4 times longer to give her the MRI because when they started giving her the MRI, it took so much meds to knock her on out that 4 different times during the process, they couldn't even register a heartbeat. So they'd have to stop the MRI and make sure that she was still, her heart was still beating, and she was still breathing. It was pretty scary deal at the time, but she got through it. When it got done, they told me that if I had to give, they had to give me that amount of drugs, I would have been kept high for a week. Obviously, they didn't know me.
She is such a high tolerance.
Good night, Murray. John.
I deleted Ethy's message.
Okay, do I need to block him?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna leave him a warning because he called me a hippie.
Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a hippie. I'm a hippie.
Yeah, I'm a yippie.
I'm a hillbilly hippie.
Her medicine was as high as your
It's your
granddaughter.
call, John.
How much medicine she took.
By the way, Rosanna said to tell you hi.
Hi.
She said hi, Rosanna.
I'm gonna go wash my hands again and get back to what I was doing.
Hello, Deanne.
And tell Kim hi too.
Oh, my wife says to tell you hi too, Kim.
Hi, right back.
Yes, I did, Rosanna.
Tell Pam hi.
And she said to say hi back to you.
Yeah, say hi to Pam.
Is Miss Pam there?
No, she's watching. Some lady singing tonight on TV. I
Oh,
can't think of her name.
let them know how your chickens are doing.
They're doing good.
Yeah, they're doing good.
The spider's doing good.
They've cut back their laying in this cold snap. Even though we've been running lights out there, we've only been getting anywhere from 1 to 3 eggs a day.
Did they see our spider? Chicken?
Yeah, I've seen spider on video before.
Do you eat many eggs, Grizz?
Do I eat very many eggs, John?
You eat a lot. You eat 3 every day.
Yeah, I eat at least 3 every day.
For your breakfast tacos.
I mean, Pam will cook, and we'll use them that way.
I have breakfast tacos every morning. 3 eggs for my breakfast tacos just about every morning.
Yeah, I've seen them. Them look good.
Yeah. And then my wife does baking, and of course she uses eggs for that too. So it's 3+ eggs a day for me.
Now I know that it's not like what you're cooking, but Hardee's has got that deal where you buy one get one free, a loaded omelet biscuit.
Yeah.
Man, that's good.
But I can't afford going out to eat.
I understand.
I make biscuits. And they're easy to make.
Hey, Junkyard.
Hello, Junkyard. Let me check out Studios.
Junkyard, I gotta make you jealous, Junkyard. Ah. Ah. Oh, that's so good. Apple pie. Where's my ice cream?
Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of ice cream.
Cool. I just checked out this channel. Artist Studios.
No sore throat for me, Junkyard. I'm just enjoying the apple pie. I have an appointment tomorrow morning with the brown bottle flu. So your last 2 videos, what were they about, Kim?
One was about my dog. I got a raised dog bowl and water bowl Or I had the bowls. I just put the crate or the stand, wire stand, so he can stand up and eat better. Because when he bends over, his feet slide out on him.
Uh-huh.
And then I went down here to this bridge they've been working on for over a year. It's called Bridge on Route 1.
Yeah, I seen you had both of those on up. Nightbot. I'm referring to this brown bottle flu that's coming on up.
Well, it don't take much of that to get you lit. You know that? It doesn't take much of that to get you lit.
No, it don't. It does. It gets me feeling good fairly quickly.
Wow. Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Wait a minute, what? Put it back up there, John. I got you on the screen. What's it called? I probably can't read it. Mayfair Fields Creamery.
No, you don't have him up on the screen.
Chocolate chip cookie.
Chocolate chip cookie dough. It's
Yeah.
Mayfield Creamery. Chocolate chip cookie dough.
Oh man, that looks good.
Mom could make brownies.
I can make some brownies.
Buy
Dad,
one, get one free and one Dixie.
Mom had brownies.
Studios, yes, I've had a great weekend. Every day that I get up and I'm able to walk out of here on my own, it's a good day.
It's all
Maybe that.
good day.
John will tell you that. He was having trouble with his legs. Yep. Did you get enough for all of us, John?
The best part is you use chocolate syrup. Put this out here so nobody else will put it in the garages so nobody else.
Mix it with some eggs and with some celery. Yeah, that way you can do. It says you can do it in syrup. It's already made.
What my favorite thing to do is when I had teeth, is I like to take salted peanuts and shell them onto my ice cream, and then take some pure chocolate and melt it down in the microwave, and then pour that over the peanuts and the vanilla ice cream. Oh man, that was good.
Well, now, did you hear the story about the old lady? She had cable hooked up in her house, and the cable man, he'd come in and he'd work on the TV, and when he'd go out and come in, she had a bowl of peanuts sitting there, and he'd get him a handful, and he had to make several trips back and forth, and by the time he got done, he ate most of the peanuts, and he said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I eat all them peanuts," and he offered to pay her. She said, "Oh, that's okay, honey." He said, "I don't have any teeth. All I can do is suck the chocolate off of them, and then I put them in that bowl."
Oh man! Oh man! That would make me sick.
He decided to get on the couch.
I have some more of my clothes on the couch right here because I can't fit them up there.
That's fine.
My God, John.
You can put this is why
I did that right and stuff.
Good thing he don't have sugar problems.
the other place to put it until after.
Ice cream and chocolate. Oh, I don't look too bad.
I can hang this over my trailer.
When I was a kid, we used to get Nestle Quick. You know, you put milk and stirred up.
Uh-huh.
And I would take, they only bought vanilla ice cream. That's all they ever bought at home. And I'd put some of that in there and stir that up and get it. I liked it like that. Now I don't like to do that, but stir it up.
Yeah. I don't eat near the ice cream as I used to. I used to love to sit down and eat gallons of it at a time. I don't know. It gives me a sore throat if I eat too much ice cream anymore.
Huh.
We're on the table.
Well, I can't eat it because of my sugar. Hello, chocolate mint. He's got a bowl of ice cream.
Ice cream emoji.
My favorite kind of ice cream, chocolate mint. Chocolate mint or peanut butter one. And then
Because of that.
3 favorites. That dries. So I head back on my trailer.
Hello, Joey the redneck.
I like the name, Joey the Redneck. Cool name.
I've seen him before. Welcome back.
Hey, don't ever call me, sir. Oh, he's calling you, sir, Kim. Never mind.
I used to say, don't call me, sir. I work for a living, but I don't do that no more. Cool. Junkyard.
Hey, Junkyard, that might be worth more than Bobby's Chevy pickup.
Look it up on eBay, Junkyard, what they're getting for them. Don't sell it, just look it up.
Hey, did you see that there, Kim? Now Joey's calling you an elder.
Yeah, I am. I'm 62.
2 years older than you.
Yeah, Kim's my elder too.
You're 2 years old.
Hello, Columbia fan.
He's 2 years old.
I'm just glad I'm still here. I'll tell you what, I don't know what I would have done if I couldn't have pulled this off to quit working. Now,
Joey, John isn't a day over 20.
John don't look like a day over 20. He's 20.
I know he wasn't talking about you, Kim.
Well, I wouldn't think so with this gray beard. I think my beard, this part right here, is grayer than yours.
I think it is. You got to let it grow out like mine and just see it so we can compare them.
It gets looking crappy. It separates. If it would stay bushy like yours, About
Yeah, mine looks crappy if I don't comb it, which half the time I don't.
I let it grow about this far right here. Well, I let it grow a little further and then I cut it back to here. I got me a pair of clippers. They're like hair clippers, but they're only about that wide. They're for a beard.
It was last spring. It was last spring when I cut my beard back to like yours. Last year, when my wife gave me that haircut on camera on live stream.
Right.
That was about a year. So this is about a year's growth from about like your beard to mine now. And this spring, I'm going to cut it again. No, I haven't cut it since then.
I thought you did.
Nope.
I like your hair.
Hey, Junkyard, what year of that Camaro Hot Wheel car do you have? I can look it up. I found one. It's a 67 17 Nationals Convention RLC on eBay, $60. That's what they're going for.
Nightbot, I don't put anything in my beard except for what I'm eating or drinking.
Hello, Jay Kurt. He's got
If it's a 69.
That's cool. He's been on here since 2010. Hello, Big Steve. Jay Kurt, thank you for coming in. Welcome to our live stream.
Hey, hold on,
Big
Junkyard.
Steve, you're welcome too.
69.
Christy, hello to you. I missed you if you was in earlier.
Steve ate it.
Man,
I'm not eating
all the wrenches now.
Holy cow, yeah.
Okay, Joey Redneck, thank you for coming by.
Yeah, Junkyard, you'll probably get only a couple bucks from it.
I'd hang on to it myself. I just
Hey, Greg.
check on it. Hello, Wisconsin Greg.
He's at a bar. He can't hear us. Hey, Greg, have one for me. Here, Greg. Greg, this is for you.
Apple pie.
It's for you, Greg. Cheers.
Hey, Junkyard, you know what I got in here? In this box right here?
No, I don't. Let's see. Oh, you got to raise it up. Oh, is that Matchbox? Oh, Lego. Okay.
Another grown man.
Cool.
It's a Lego City Fire Station. It's the one they discontinued and don't make no more. They got that new version out. But I'm keeping this because this one I have, it's like $100, but I'll probably get 80 out of it. Probably 80 or 50 without the manuals.
Well, I hear you, Junkyard, but that straight stuff gets me in real trouble real fast. Nah, Steve, I don't get it that bad.
Well, I used to.
I don't drink enough anymore to really get the brown bottle food horrible bad. Slight headaches in the morning from time to time, but I'm not a heavy drinker anymore.
I had one beer this afternoon.
Well, this is my first beer today.
In that hand?
Nope, this is my first. My first sip was on the cinnamon whiskey. I hadn't had anything to drink prior to that today.
Wow.
The porcelain tuba. The porcelain tuba. Yeah, get your lips warmed up on that. Oh, man. That's a good one, Rosanna.
We always talked about they're gonna buy a Buick from Earl. Them two guys was partying a little bit, and this one guy said, "Here, you got to try this." And he did, and boy, he just got completely snockered. The next day they met up. He said, "Man, that was something." He said, "I went home and blowed chunks." Oh, he said, "You got sick?" He said, "No, man." He said, "Chunks is my dog."
Tim said we Amish get splinters hugging our household.
That's bad.
I'll probably get a yellow $sign for that one.
Not unless you edit it out.
Yeah, I don't edit it out. I don't know how to do it.
Oh, you can down.
No, actually, John, they've YouTube has come out and said that as long as it's not like in the first, 3 to 5 minutes of a video, they usually ignore it after that, unless they get a lot of severe complaints.
They said the first 30 seconds.
No, it's the first 3 to 5 minutes.
They said 30 seconds.
Well, we're 73 minutes.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
We're in shape.
Yeah, you're perfectly safe on it. I mean, you don't want to start out with anything bad on the first bit, but
Well,
afterwards,
we don't really do anything out of the way. We're just having fun.
Right. And if it was going to be out of the way continually and stuff, then of course you'd want to rate it to R. But I mean, basically they're just looking at the start of the videos, and as long as there's nothing that brings out major complaint, by a bunch of people, then they just kind of wink at it. Okay, Tim says, do we almost get splinters hugging the outhouse hole?
What?
Okay.
That's bad.
I don't know how you can hug that box. It's the full width, isn't it?
and Kevin, you're wondering, is these two videos here.
Yeah, I've watched them, but they're about like politicians. I can't follow them.
Oh, dang, it's already almost 8 o'clock. And just getting dark out.
Yeah, it gets dark at 8 o'clock.
It's 9:45 here.
Where's my cookie dough?
Rosanna, I have I got 60 habanero seeds planted, and about 10 of them is sprouted. I've got 15 Carolina Reapers planted. None of them sprouted, but I planted them a week later. I've got about 45 or 50 of my tomato plants planted. I just planted the Carolina Reapers and my tomatoes about 2 or 3 days ago. So I expect my tomatoes to start sprouting in the next couple of days. I'm going to start planting some my summer squash probably in another 3 or 4 weeks. I'm thinking about planting some broccoli and cabbage like in the next day or two. That's where I'm at with my garden. But yeah, I'm starting my seeds. It's that time of the year.
When I'm not going to get in a big hurry. I don't get in a big hurry for nothing anymore. But my raised flower bed, I take my hedge trimmers and I cut all the bad or the dead back, and pick it up and rake it out of there. I think that'd be a good video, don't you?
Yeah, it should. Hey, while we're on the subject of gardening, the Green Wizard sent me this book. I've got one day I read this much easily, and I got this part here. Just not much more to go, but it's a pretty interesting read, folks. I mean, the Green Wizard wrote this book, and it's very basic, and it's an entertaining read. It's not boring.
Is that the one that Bobby McNutt talks about?
Probably. Yeah. That's what the Bobby McNutt put on the Ron Nitzel. And it's an interesting read. I haven't quite finished the book, and I am going to be doing a review on the book, on my channel. But it's interesting. There's a few things on there that he's probably right on, but I just haven't, experienced. I haven't used that in practice, so I couldn't say one way or the other on some of the stuff. But other stuff I've known about all along and have used it.
Well, that's kind of how I got started on YouTube, watching different things. Even though I knew about it, maybe they did it a little different than I do.
Yep.
And some things I'd say, hey, that's a pretty good idea. And then other times I think, well, I like my way better.
Exactly. Yep.
Yep, that's how I got started. I was looking for a gas can, and I showed you that video, the no spill one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Bob was revamping his gas can. Now, I didn't do that, but that's how I got acquainted with him anyhow. And you know the rest of the story of that.
Yep. Well, that reminds me, Kim, here a couple of weeks ago, a friend of mine was driving on home, and out on the roadway was a big sign that said free. And out in front of that big sign was a bunch, about 8 or 10 gas cans. And some of them are metal, some of them are plastic, but they're all stacked up in front of the free sign. So he stopped and asked, Jeff, we just had a garage sale, and he's going to tell them we want to get rid of them. You can have them. So he grabbed them all and brought them up here. So I got about 8 or 10 gas cans now.
Cool.
He had one of those for sale.
Yeah.
They're an antique. Metal one.
But I really like that valve on there. I can fill up my lawnmower and not spill it all over everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to try doing that.
But it's a 2.5 gallon can that I've got. And then I've got a metal 1 gallon can I've had for years. One more lap, John says.
Yeah.
Junkyard, that's a pretty good idea for Ron to do, the Green Wizard to do, is he ought to maybe start what's that? Where the pay for the videos, Patreon. He could start a Patreon and read the book on the Patreon, and you could a person could pay for the Patreon page and be able to watch listen to it. Have the book on video that way. The only thing is, one thing that I do I wish he had some illustrations in here. That's the only thing. I wish he had some pictures of his yard and stuff that he's talking about. That would have been a lot better.
Picture's worth 1,000 words.
Yeah, Junkyard. I've got the 2.5 gallon can. It's called a no spill. And you can take it and turn it right up and put it down in the lawnmower and pull that valve and watch it and shut it off. Pick it back up and set it down. And you won't have one drop on the lawnmower except down in the tank. Now, I usually always fill mine up before I start it, but and I never run out of gas because I don't have that much to mow. But I won't fill a hot mower. I just don't want to.
Yeah, it's not a good idea. I've seen people. I seen at work one time a guy filled up a hot generator, and it ignited without it being running. I mean, you filled it up, put the cap off, stepped away, and all of a sudden, poof, just the heat from the manifold or something, and caught it.
Huh.
I'm not sure, but he wasn't trying to start it, so I don't know what it was that exactly ignited it, but he just filled it up, put the cap on, and all of a sudden, poof.
Did he get hurt?
No, he didn't get hurt. I'm kind of starting to think though that it was probably electric start generator, and it probably had an electrical problem that it was trying to set off its spark. I mean, I'm not sure what it might have been.
A long time ago, I had these kerosene heaters, and I bought one of these battery operated pumps, I always take it outside to fill it, but it worked pretty good.
I used to run those kerosene heaters. I mean, they were expensive to operate. They left a fume in the house.
Yeah, and they'll blacken up your walls too. I learned that the hard way. You think, they're clean, but they're not. I would always light mine outside and let it burn and then bring it in. But it still blackened up the wall.
Yeah.
And then of course I'd pick it up and take it outside and shut it off.
Well, I've been thinking, I got out in the shop, I got an old propane catalytic heater from an old camper. I've been thinking about installing on in here.
No.
Just for when the heat goes out in the morning and I want a quick heat source until the wood stove gets going. But I don't want a diesel one or kerosene one.
Well, I've got one of them. You're supposed to put kerosene in it. It's one of them turbo blowers.
Oh yeah.
But man, that's expensive to run.
Yeah, I got a couple of those. And yeah, they are expensive.
Now, when I was working on my garage, of course, it's like a carport. I'd burn it just long enough to take chill out,
We had some of those up in Alaska when I was up there. Those jet-like heaters. One of them that we had was 4 foot in diameter. I mean, that's a great big old sucker. But we'd set those up. What we do is we stitch a bunch of visqueen together over the whole job site. Take 16 penny nails, and and where they overlap, stitch the visqueen together, and then we place those heaters all the way around. Underneath the top or right on the edge. Put some chunks of wood or something, hold the plastic over the heaters on both sides, fire up the heater so it's blowing the heat on in underneath that plastic, and it just blow out up like a big old hot air balloon. As soon as it fill on up over the job site there, then we'd go on in there and start framing the houses underneath there, nice and warm. It'd be 30, 40 below zero on outside. We'd be out there in the 70 degrees working. Worked pretty good. The only thing was you had to come on out every hour or so because the fumes, your eyes would start burning, and your voice, your lungs would start a little bit raspy. So you had to go out frequently and get some fresh air. But
now, are you talking about a salamander?
I'm talking about those jet heaters. I mean, I think they're called.
Okay. 4 foot in diameter. Okay.
Yeah, it was 4 foot in diameter. I mean, the sucker was this big around. It was about 6 feet long. Yeah, it was like a big old jet engine.
Mine's one of the small ones.
Yeah, mine's like about 30 inches long, about 8 inches in diameter.
Yeah. But I used it the other day. It was cold and I had to change out my battery in my car. And I thought, well, that thing's sitting there. And you told me, you said, you ought to burn that once in a while. So there's two birds with one stone right there.
Now, Junkyard is saying that they had one similar to that could burn gasoline.
I don't burn gas.
Well, he's saying that when he was in the military that they did. And I don't doubt that because I know that my aunt up there, my Aunt Jeannie up in Alaska, she had a Volkswagen, one of those little old Volkswagen station wagon things. The old ones like the 1960s, but it was like a station wagon, mini station wagon. Yeah, and that sucker, I mean, they're air cooled, those motors were, so there's the heaters sucked in those before up in Alaska. And my Uncle Bob installed a heater that ran off the gas tank. The heater ran off of gas that heated her little car. Well, I bet it was fun to light junkyard. Be careful.
But when I first got that carport, I wasn't making videos at that time. I did take pictures, and I put up just a still slideshow of that Carolina carport. Okay, so after I got that, then a guy helped me, and we put up garage doors, put up 2 garage doors. And we had to have something because it was real cold. It was right after Christmas. So I borrowed a buddy's heater, and it just stunk terrible. I told the guy, I said, man, I can't hardly handle this. He said, well, you can either burn it and we work, or I'm going to the house. Okay. So the next day I went to Real King and I bought me one. So when we hung the next door, I had one that burned a little cleaner. And I just put diesel fuel in it. I didn't buy kerosene.
If you want, they make them to run off propane too, and they burn a lot cleaner than the kerosene or diesel.
Oh, I'm sure. But this was, I don't know what I gave for it, but this was just a quick thing, to get some heat in there.
Yeah. Well, I got 2 of them out here in the shop that I want to get rid of. I'll never use them again. Well, Kim, it's 8 o'clock, and it's fixing close to time for me to eat dinner and head for bed.
And it's 11 o'clock. And it's 11 o'clock for me.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I'm turning into the funny dad, having to do get all this firewood tomorrow. I got to go to Albany first thing in the morning, and then get back and get a load of wood. It's going to be a long day, so I better wrap it up.
All right, Grizz, thank you for coming by.
No problem. We'll catch y'all later.
I'll stay on for a little bit longer.
Okay.
Have people to stay.
Open it.
Yeah, junkyard, this heater, when I put diesel in it, it puffs a little bit when you first turn it on. But this carport, it's 24 wide by 36 long. And it's 9 foot on the sides. And I don't know what the ceiling is, but it does the job. If you want to go out there and do something for a couple hours, you can handle it.
Oh my God.
And I never expected to work out there all the time, like have a tinker shop. You can't afford to buy a kerosene for it. Of course, if you had which I don't, and I'm not going to, but if you had like a gas furnace, you could use one of them to heat it up and then run the gas furnace. Then it would cut down on the bill that way a little bit. But there's no insulation on the sidewalls, just in the ceiling. Well, John, I hope that you find something out with your CAT scan.
Oh, I should be back to stream tomorrow.
Is your legs cold?
No, my back hurts because I
Oh,
got
your back.
because I do have a scoliosis. Scoliosis, not poliosis.
Yeah, they would use a lot of kerosene junkyard. But it depends, if you're in a situation where you need heat and you need to work. I don't know how many BTU this one is. I think I bought the smallest one that they make, and I think it was only like $100 or something like that. But it was well worth what I was using it for. But yeah, you got to watch it. It eats up the oxygen in the building.
Yeah.
I rigged me up a thermostat. I put it on the side of the wall, and you turn the thermostat and plug it in there, and it would shut it off. When the heat got right, it shut it off. But when it would come on, that's when you get a little smoke in the building. But I was building a wall in the building, so when I'd get up there, it'd get hot. All the heat goes up, and I had to rig up this so it put some heat out, but shut off when it got to a certain temperature. Yeah, that would be good for that. And they had all kinds of gasoline too. Oh, wow. You'd sleep in there with that running? I don't know if I'd want to sleep with that kind of heat, but I guess nobody died. Oh, the heater got hot. Okay. Well, that would work. Don't really have any plans. Gotta go chase the meds. I ordered two different pills. I gotta wait until they contact the doctor. Then I'll go pick them up. So that's one thing I'll do tomorrow. Well, that's pretty good. Cool, junkyard. What's going on, John?
Nothing.
Nope. We're just chilling out, studios. Let's see. How long have we been on here?
For over an hour.
102 minutes.
Huh? 102 minutes?
102 minutes.
16. It's an hour. So, 42.
Not quite an hour and a half. Or well, 90 minutes would be an hour and a half. A little over an hour and a half.
102 minutes. It says 102 minutes. Oh my God. 102 minutes. It says 102 minutes.
Well, 90 minutes is an hour
And
and
2
a half.
hours. Pathetic.
That's pretty cool, junkyard.
102 minutes and 2 hours.
Movies.
I know 60 minutes is an hour. 10, 20. Hour and 42 minutes?
Sounds right.
Because 60 is an hour. And there's 40. No, wait a minute. No. 160 is an hour. And 42 minutes. We get 7. 20. I think that's right. We should add minutes to it because we should know how long we're streaming for.
Well, John, it's a quarter after 11 for you.
Yep.
I think I'm going to shut it down. We've had a good time. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. It's a whole lot easier to sit and talk to someone as to do all that reading. And I tried to do that also.
Yep, an hour and 42 minutes, like I just said.
All right. Okay, everybody. Thank you, Junkyard, for coming in. Studios, thank you very much. It has been a pleasure. So for now, may the peace and the power of the Lord be with you. Goodbye.